The big step came from my own experiences of addiction. I lived with a gambling addiction for 12 years and football played a big part of that. And very quickly into my recovery I realised I couldn't watch football without wanting to put a bet on because the advertising I found so triggering. And I was watching it and thinking, hold on, there is too many football clubs here with gambling sponsors. So I had the idea of walking to football clubs with gambling sponsors, and since then we've done 5 walks. This is our 5th walk now, and we keep spreading the message across the country that this level of advertising, especially in football, is harmful to generations of young football fans, but also to people like me, quite selfishly, people in recovery that are trying to not gamble, and every time we watch football we're being told to bet now, bet more, bet and play now. It's just not fair. It is peak time, and we are calling on broadcasters to suspend gambling ads during the Euros, just for the protection of the millions of English, Welsh and Scottish fans that will be watching this tournament. Really looking forward to it. International tournaments are unique because the whole country seems to engage in them, and that's why they shouldn't be used as a chance to just promote addictive products to not just young fans, but for, as I said, people like us on this walk that have to spend the next 30 days of this tournament basically avoiding and ignoring this bombardment of advertising.
Yeah, it's very, very hard, really feeling it on the feet and the legs, but I tell you what, it's an incredible experience to be with all these people who've been through the same kind of harm that I've been through, and yeah, it's hard, but it's not as hard as when I was in that dark place. Yeah, taking part in events like this gives me a new focus. It means that I can really think about what gambling did to me harm-wise, and see what I can actually look back now and look at how the advertising affected me and how it made me gamble when I was told to bet because it meant more when there was money on it, all that kind of stuff that I then started to believe. But being here with people today who've been through the same kind of experiences make me realise just how strong and powerful that message is. It's difficult, and basically I sat there and I'd planned to take my own life this particular night. The plan was to win enough money to leave to my wife and my 2 children, and if I had won, because I had won large before, but I reversed the withdrawal, so I knew that if I won big this time I needed to end my life before I would hit that reverse withdrawal. So that was the plan. It was the only time I was thinking very clearly at the end was how I was going to take my life, and I could only do it once I won the money. So thank God I lost all the money, because when I lost all the money I sat there and I just thought, I've got 2 options now. It's find recovery or it's end this now, and I'm very, very lucky that I found recovery, and that same week I went to my first Gamblers Anonymous meeting.
Like that, and I was launched into the industry by working there, and absolutely you saw very, very rarely a young girl on their own. And I genuinely thought this won't ever happen to me when I saw people who looked like they had a problem with gambling, and I took that £1 one day on that machine and it went from there, and for 8 years of my life I spent every penny I ever had on gambling and felt completely on my own in doing it.
A bit what, sorry?
Just walking up and down the axis in a group. Not everyone. Fall down. 7 years. Everyone who has the will to. If someone could bring the flags, that would be very much appreciated, and the banner. Everyone's welcome to join. Can we try and get to? Yeah. Look here for a sec.
No pressure at times. I have to walk slow this morning. Is this the first leg?
Another 300 grueling miles down to Wembley in time for England's game against Scotland.